The Trade Adjustment Assistance Community College and Career Training Grant provides community colleges and other eligible institutions of higher education with funds to expand and improve their ability to deliver education and career training programs that can be completed in 2 years or less, are suited for workers who are eligible for training under the TAA for Workers program, and prepare program participants for employment in high-wage, high-skill occupations. At Lakeshore Technical College, the focus was on machine tool operations, CNC technician, and welding industrial fabrication technician. These one-year programs were expanded into 2-year programs with pathways and certificates built in. This effort coincided with curriculum development, facilities expansion, and changes in the delivery model. The local advisory committees work closely with the college in mapping out this direction, and private businesses donated $2.5 million to assist in the renovation of facilities and to purchase equipment.
So what we've seen in the community is the skills gap has really reduced and restricted employers' ability to expand and actually add as many jobs as they would like to. So a critical need has been to get the training that employees need and potential workforce out there in order to fill these positions.
The grant has really helped us a lot. We were able to acquire quite a few different machines that we didn't have before.
It really benefited us because we were able to do something that we otherwise would not have been able to. The shop that we have now can service more people, and we can give the students a much broader range of skills and more time on the machines because we have more machines available for them.
Working very closely with the grant, it really benefited the Weld School in many phases. One phase is that we took the grant dollars and made a wonderful instructor demo station. And what I mean by that is we have now implemented technology where the camera will actually show the weld on a big 72-inch TV screen. So now we, as instructors, instead of doing small group demos, can do larger demos, which would have our students benefit more time in the welding booth.
We acquired 6 turning centers, and turning centers is what we have right here. It's basically a machine that machines round parts, cylindrically shaped parts. And we also have 6 machining centers, which machines more rectangular shaped parts, square parts, flat parts.
The students have gained from this is they really gained the ability to have more time on the machines. In the past, because of the low number of machines that we had, each student could only spend so much time on each one.
Rather than being pressured to get off the machine and move on to another project, they're able to spend more time in repeating some of the tasks that they're doing on the machine, so it really sinks in. And I think that'll make them better prepared for the real world.
Introduction of the grant, we were able to turn a 1-year technical diploma and actually became now a 2-year technical diploma. We teach our students how to weld, and they have gained wonderful welding skills there, but now on the other side of the fence, we can teach them fabrication skills that give them more well-rounded employability skills.
LTC has been a great partner, both through their outreach of their workforce directly one-on-one with employers, but also as a partner looking and working with the high schools and us as an economic development agency and trying to understand what are the issues and the best way to address it. One type solution that we did was actually to develop a training, a 6-week program that allowed underemployed recent graduates and those that really needed some additional skills to get that training that they need in order to fill open positions with manufacturers.
Skilled workers are very important. We have machines that are very expensive and they require specific training to run them. To bring an employee in here, he needs to have that set of job skills. And the more he learns or knows when he walks in the door, the shorter the learning curve is going to be for him to get the job done.
I was in the CNC technician program, and I chose this program because I like to build things, make things with my hands, especially out of metal. It's the most fun. I worked here while I was in school like 1 day a week. Just on Wednesdays is the off day. When I first started at LTC, it was in the old shop. There were a lot of older machines and it was a little bit tight. And now with the new shop, everything is more spaced out. There's a lot more room, a lot more tools. It's nice using the higher tech machines.
Without skilled, trained workers, we don't have a team. We need to bring those skills to our company to make sure we take care of our customers and have a successful future here at AmeriQuip. It has been a challenge to find highly skilled, talented employees, which leads us to LTC. That is one of the main reasons we have created a partnership with LTC, as we need to bring in those skills and those talents to help us build our team here.
I went back to school at LTC because I had lost my job. I had a little bit of fear going back to school, being a little bit older than typical students, but it didn't take long and I felt very comfortable. At AmeriQuip, I find myself using the training that I received at LTC, especially with regard to MIG training. I always think about the possession of my gun and things of that nature that we learned in school.
The students are coming out of LTC with a good set of skills. Of course, they're always going to learn something once they get here, but they have a good foundation of what they need. The more skills that the students have to kind of know the basics of running it, the better it is. When I brought him in here, he was already in the program, and so I knew he wanted to be a machinist. And I think him coming in here and working in the shop as he was learning in school helps you a lot.
It helped me understand CNC machines, the concept of them, a lot better. Understand how they operate and how to set them up and program them and run them. I'm definitely happy with my career. I know that for sure now this is what I want to do for a living. I really enjoy it.
We have found that over the couple years that we've partnered with LTC, the programs and the teachers and the staff do a great job getting these students ready to enter the working world.
I thought the industrial welding program at LTC was phenomenal, from everybody in the front offices to the instructors themselves. Everything was great. It was very hands-on. The instructors are very dedicated to what they do and making sure that the students learn and are good at what they do.
Schooling improved my life because it makes me more employable. Being able to get a job at a higher pay rate than without school. I can appreciate it more because I know how much it's going to mean once I get out. I'm not taking any of it for granted.
My biggest discovery at LTC was learning how to actually program the machines and like how far in depth you can get into it. It just kind of, you never really realize how much there is to it. I think this training really is helping me just because I'm getting more experience. I'm showing that I have the education and it's just preparing me for what I could possibly encounter.
The welding program that I just completed, I thought that was pretty good because, I mean, it's full time, so they kind of prepare you for an actual job. And then you're welding 8 hours a day and it's a lot of hands-on. You're on the machine pretty much all day.
You know, I came here initially, I did a walkthrough with the instructors. I was really impressed before I even started the school on how the instructors were very, very greeting. You know, they were willing to work with me before I even started. I enjoy the course. You know, I came to school here to learn the whole CNC background, and I wanted to learn the manual machines. I wanted to learn the whole aspect of it. To me, this is a great program, a very educational program.
This TAACCCT grant has been critical in terms of trying to help and reach out to those that otherwise may not have had access to some of this training. There are those in our community that may not initially coming out of high school had sought additional higher education due to barriers of whether it is post-military, having been displaced, laid off from companies that either moved or closed in the area, or just did not have the means necessary to be able to cover their training costs. So to assist those students in being able to get this training has been very important that otherwise would not have access to this higher education that LTC provides. So to be able to have this grant really provides fills a critical need in our community.
Look around.